So I'll tell you a very old story of 1608 when the Britishers came to India, which are the people of Britain. They traded rich resources from Surat on the 24th August 1608. IT, can you please show the picture of a map? IT, can you please put the picture?
One second, Aaran.
Okay, sure. So that is the picture of the British.
Hang on. Just give me a second. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. So those are the pictures of the trading Britishers. So Vasco da Gama, who was a really big Portuguese explorer, was the first to reach India from Europe, and he docked in Calicut, which is, can you see the place Lisbon written? So he went from there to some more places in Africa. Then he reached Calicut in Kerala. Then he went to Goa and he settled there for some time. Then he traveled on till he had some places in Africa to stop at again. Then he went back to Lisbon. So basically there were different routes. Did you see those planes? Those are where he went. But there were no planes at that time. So they had to go by ship. That's why it's in the water. So in Goa, which actually became independent only in 1961, and the British took the same sea route, exactly the same sea route. So it came back in the same route, it went back in the same route. So it came from the ocean back to Surat, then it went from Surat back. So Captain Hawkins was sent to the court. Court is that hall where the king sits and all of his ministers who are the important people of the country. So Captain Hawkins was sent to the court of Mughal Emperor Jahangir. So the British was given permission to set up factories on the western coast of India. Then they spread out all over. The cheap resources which are from the factories, which are cheap, means that suppose you take the resources of something for 1 rupee, suppose, or 10 rupees, and you sold it for 100 rupees, say, then you're making 90 rupees. So which one would be the better choice? You make 90 rupees or 10 rupees? 90, right? To be rich. So that's what cheap means. So cheap means you earn more money and you take those resources and make it in the factory and spend it for more money. So they got very rich due to that, the Britishers I'm talking about. So more money equals the army is stronger. So they spread and captured different parts of the country slowly till they got the entire country under their control. And then they became very powerful, rich, and the East India Company became quite big, like all over the coast, like, around that big. So around 1857, there was a revolt. Revolt means like saying, no, I will fight against you. That's what revolt means. So people got tired of the Britishers' rules. So many other revolts spread around India. So there were no phones at the time. So they had to send people who are called messengers to be sent. That's why it took a long time for the messages to be sent all over the country, or just say 5 kilometers or 1 kilometer. The big revolt of 1857 was in Jhansi, led by Rani Lakshmi Bai. So that is Rani Lakshmi Bai, as you can see there. So she was very brave, but the Britishers were too strong. But she got lots of other Indians to think about freedom. Another brave soldier in the British Army was Mangal Pandey. He had refused to help the British Army. And many fights and struggles started. Many Indians revolted and fought for our freedom. The brave freedom fighters like Mahatma Gandhi. So Gandhiji was also known as Bapu, also known as Father of the Nation. He had many other names. So many freedom struggles. He fought for all of those, many of them. And he fought for the tax on salt so that poor Indians did not suffer by paying. That's a map of the Dundee March. So more money to the East India Company meant that they sold more resources, and they marched from, can you believe, Sabarati Ashram, which was the starting point, to the ending point, which was Dundee. It was such a long march, and it was done by foot since there were no cars at the time. And Gandhiji believed peaceful marches, revolts peaceful as well, and no violence, which is non-violence, meaning no fighting and all of that stuff. In 1943, he got in prison in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So he had a hunger strike, and he didn't eat for 21 days to protest the British rule. He said, "Stop buying British things." He used a charkha to make his clothes and for others. Can you see that? That's him with his charkha. So, some other freedom fighters are Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Sardar is his first name, Vallabhbhai is his middle name, and Patel is his surname. So, this is the Statue of Unity. And even Gandhiji was a freedom fighter, if you didn't know that. And also, there are some other names that I would like to mention with you. They are Jawaharlal Nehru, who became our first Prime Minister of India, and even Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was very brave and clever, meaning he would think about things first and then say or anything. And the next one is Bhagat Singh, and even Lal Bahadur Shastri. And next one is Chandrasekhar Azad. Next one is Lokmanya Tilak. And the next one is Sarojini Naidu. And many other people who are brave. By 1929, Indians had decided that they wanted to become completely independent, and the president demanded it from the Britishers. And this happened on the 26th of January 1930. The British still ruled until 15th August 1947. On this date, we finally freed our country and became independent. This is the picture of it when we got independent and how we did the flag hoisting. And on the 15th August, we celebrate Independence Day every year. The flag is hoisted, and even patriotic songs are sung. Like the national anthem is sung, like Jana Gana Mana is its name. And there's a fun fact I would like to share. And it was written by Rabindranath Tagore. And the fun fact is that my father was named after Mr. Rabindranath Tagore. And along with this, the sad news was that India was divided into two countries, India and Pakistan. And a Britisher called John Radcliffe created the line of partition, and a new country was born called Pakistan. Can you see that green thing? That green thing is Pakistan. And another important day for us Indians is Republic Day. This is the day when the rules created for the Indian people started being used. IT picture, please. So that is the Constitution book. It came into effect on the day of, so this day, which is Republic Day, is celebrated on 26th January in 1950. That's when the Constitution was made. When it became a republic. The rules were that we could choose our leaders and we could lead. We had the right to lead a fair life. And we Indians fulfill our duties. The rules that Indians must follow are that you should respect your national anthem and you should obey the laws of the country. You should pay our tax. We should pay our taxes, respect our flag, and also vote for our leaders and some others. So these 2 days are celebrated by the government and at Red Fort in New Delhi. The Prime Minister or President gives us all speech. IT picture, please. That is Narendra Modi. Mr. Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister of India. As you can see him here. And now the pop quizzes. Do you know that my dadu was born before freedom? He was born in 1941 and freedom was made in 1947. And do you have anyone in the family who was born before 1947? If anyone has, then they can just wave. Who's drawing? Okay, let's wait. Does anyone have an answer to my question? I'll say it again for you. Do you have anyone in your family who was born before 1947?
My great-grandmother.
Who? Whose great-grandmother?
My great-grandmother, Rhea.
Rhea, okay, cool. How many years old is she?
She's not there anymore.
Oh, but how many years old was she?
87.
And
And then she passed away.
Wow. 87. Whoa.
Aru, your great grandmother.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. I was about to say that.
And she's 96.
Yeah, I know. She's 96.
Yeah.
She's nearly 100 years old.
Yeah.
She turned 96 this year, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
You? Whose birthday is it on 2nd October?
Gandhiji.
Good one. Papaji, why do we celebrate Children's Day? We celebrate Children's Day because our Prime Minister Tata Nehru, our Prime Minister, he really loved children. On his birthday, he said this will be Children's Day. Yeah, good one. Good job, Ria. And what is the capital of the East India Company? If no one knows, I'll give you a clue.
Can you repeat the question?
What is the capital of the East India Company? You get what I mean, right?
Come on, somebody's put his hand up. Vikram Singh's computer. Unmute your Abhi. Can't hear, cannot hear you. Cannot hear you. Somebody else? Aaron, can you ask the question again?
Yeah. What is the capital of the East India Company? Clue, please.
Whoever knows the answer can unmute and answer.
What was the capital of the East India Company?
The answer has come from Vikram Singh's computer. He says Calcutta. We couldn't
Yes,
hear,
good
we
job.
couldn't hear him.
And do you know something? Jawaharlal Nehru's birthday is also my Nanu's birthday. He's a child doctor, which is a pediatrician.
Thank you, Aaron.
So, Calcutta was relocated to Delhi in 1911, which was the day when the capital of the East India Company, which was Calcutta, is relocated to Delhi in 1911, which was the day when Rabindranath Tagore also wrote Independence Day song. In 1947, we got our independence. What happened in 1950? This is a question for you to remember.
A constitution was made.
Good job, Preeti Auntie.
Thank you.
So, who wrote the national anthem?
Rajveer, you can unmute yourself.
Rabindranath Tagore.
Good job.
That was Ria
Good job, Rajveer.
and Ria.
Oh, yeah. Even Gia. Other names for India are Hindustan. This is a fun fact. The other names for India, there are many. Hindustan, Hind, Bharat, Aryavarta, Nabhi Varsha, Varsha auntie, are you there? Because one of the names of India have your name. And even India were those the name. So where does the name come from, India? Where does the name of India come from? Does anyone know?
It has come from river Sindhu.
No.
It does come from a river, but not Sindhu. Just unmute yourself, Ria, if you know the answer.
Indus River. Good job, Ria. There's a fun fact I would like to share with you. Our flag had a charkha, the charkha of Gandhi ji, before the Ashok Chakra was put in the middle. Did you know that? This is the picture of it. If you can see. There. That's it. Thank you, friends, for listening.